It's time for the Greg Gibson Show. Find out each week what's going on inside Perry Central Commodore football. Exclusively on the Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by Milligan Roseburg Communications.
Wanting to scan those old videos, films, or audio to DVD? We'll look no further than Milligan Communications. We can also scan your old pictures, slides, and negatives to picture quality as well. With thousands of happy customers, let Milligan Communications help put your treasured memories on a digital media. Call Milligan Communications today at 812-630-2449. Milligan Communications, capturing your yesterdays.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Welcome to the inaugural Greg Gibson Show, where every week we'll talk about Perry Central Commodore football. Coach, how you doing today?
Real good. You know, like I said, we're getting ready for a Tuesday practice, and it's our big work day, so we're getting all fired up and getting ready for our opener.
And, you know, the great thing is the new season's is buzzing in the air. Everyone's all excited, and you got a lot of returners and newcomers. Why don't we go over the returners first?
Okay, yeah, we a lot of these kids got a lot of experience last year as first-year varsity players, and we return our quarterback, Chase Hubert. So he got a lot of experience last year, and our running game really comes back mostly intact in that we have Sawyer Gilliam, who's a junior, and then Lucas Mitchell's a senior. Adam Goffnett, who's a senior, he plays our wing back, and then even our backup fullback, Jimmy Sprinkle, is a senior, so he got a lot of reps last year. Cohen Edwards, who's a sophomore, got some reps in the backfield, so we feel like our running game is just taking off from where it left off last year. We also have at the receivers, Jared Wagner and Caleb Hubert, both are coming back as wide receivers. They both got playing time last year. And then on our line, which is, kind of makes everything go, offensive line, we're returning Trent Sprinkle, Gordon Sprinkle, and Bodie Cronin. So we got three pretty good returning guys there of the five that have a base knowledge of our offense and can make the calls and things. So we're pretty set on the offense and even better on the defense, where we got almost everybody back except for one inside linebacker. So, we're pretty excited. We hit the ground running this summer, and it's just kind of continued on into the preseason here.
And every season brings in new players. Maybe mention some of the newcomers that maybe we've not heard of yet.
Yeah, we graduated our center last year, and this year Reese Winter has stepped in to take that spot. He'll be the starting center, and then at the tackle spot on the outside full time will be Caleb Howe. So those two guys will kind of get those nods on the front line. Cole Yeager has been a really kind of a standout at cornerback this fall. So he's kind of started corner. So he's a sophomore. He played a lot on the JV last year. So we look forward to him. And then other than that, those are the three. We got Cohen Edwards. I talked about the sophomore, but he got a lot of playing time last year. And then I see Ethan Ball getting some work in there as a backer, outside backer. And maybe even a freshman, Cooper Brown, has really showed a lot in the last couple of weeks. So there's some new kids there, and I'm sure there'll be some other kids that kind of, as the season progresses, makes their way from the JV to fill some spots.
And, last week we started with the scrimmage. Why don't you post game the scrimmage for us?
Okay. Well, I thought, it's always good. We scrimmage Southridge every year, and I really like scrimmaging them. It's our 10th year. Southridge is always traditionally a really strong program. So it's a deal. We come out of that thing on Friday night, and we know what we have to work on, what we can and can't do. And so I thought we handled ourselves pretty well. I thought for sure our ones did really well. The last session is always a 12-play session, and we had a 12-play drive that ended on the 5-yard line because of just ran out of plays. And I'm not sure in the 10 years I've done this that we've ever had a 12-play series against Southridge. So I felt good about some things. There were some things we got to do. I thought we we got to hold on to the ball. We had a couple of fumbles that I thought was probably not necessary. It was just kind of getting loose with the ball a little bit. And then we just got to we have to execute in the passing game a little more. So there was some really good things, and then we got a chance to play some defense against a good running ball team. And, again, I thought between the tackles, we handled them pretty well, we held our own. They got outside us a couple of times, so we'll have to shore that stuff up. But overall, it was a successful scrimmage. It's a great team to scrimmage, great kids, great coaching staff. So we always come away with a positive outlook.
And we'll be back on the Greg Gibson Show after these messages for our sponsors to talk about the season opener. You're listening to the Greg Gibson Show, brought to you by the Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by Milligan Brosmer Communications.
You dream it, we create it at Street Dreams. Custom paint, fabrication, stereos, wheels, tires, and more. We're also your authorized Sinister Sound dealer. Street Dreams, 317-624-1000, where you expect quality and get.
This is the most important, amazingest game ever played in the universe. The pitcher is fierce. Danny Roberts is up at bat. And the crowd goes wild. He just won the game. Let's go! Yes!
We protect the car you drive.
Go get him, Danny.
And the dreams that drive you. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
And welcome back to the Greg Gibson Show. Coach, this week you have a season opener, and you get to have the battle of Perry County first thing first.
Yeah, it's kind of it used to be kind of a mid-season type thing, and it got moved to the first game of the season a while back, and it's kind of a neat thing. It just kind of adds a little excitement to the season. I think it helps our kids throughout the summer. It's something to look forward to. It's a great rivalry. Like I said, it's just anytime you have inter-county rivals playing, wherever you're at, it's always makes a lot of noise.
And you're in the Patoka Lake Athletic Conference. Who do you think are some of the favorites in that this season?
Well, this is going to be. I think it's a little bit wide open. Springs Valley ended up winning it last year, beat us, and we ended up finishing second. But I think they got some kids back. I think they'll be in the mix. I think Paoli always is strong. I look for us to be in the mix. I think it's going to come down to those three teams. You never know, obviously, until we get playing the games, but just on paper, it looks like it's a three-team race right now. But you got to play week in, week out. And West Washington's they got a tradition. They're a little bit young this year, but when you go up there, you got to be ready to play. So it's going to be wide open. It's going to be an interesting season, I think, in the PLAC.
Well, Coach, good luck this season, and we look forward to talking to you next week.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
You're listening to the Greg Gibson Show, brought to you by the Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by Milligan Brosmer Communications. We'll see you next week.